Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm talking about Jupiter opposite to Jupiter in Synastry. So when we have our Jupiters in opposition in our relationship chart, the Synastry chart comparison, we're coming from two very different belief systems, but they're different at the same time being complementary. So what can happen here, because the opposition is quite an exciting aspect, like it's an energetic aspect to see in the synastry, is that it makes both people kind of like double down on their Jupiter energy and become like an even bigger version of their Jupiter. So, Jupiter in itself already being the biggest, most expansive energy in our natal chart, with a tendency to overdo, this aspect can cause some recklessness. Or it could even cause overspending or just overdoing in general. You want to look at the natal positions of their Jupiter and see if they have that tendency to go overboard, because this aspect can cause that. But it also can be a very exciting relationship with a lot of learning. So they both have a lot to teach each other. And at times, though, they will argue around beliefs, because the way that they experience their faith and the way that they experience their joy and hope, and, you know, Jupiter has a lot to do with like faith and hope in the future, is in opposition to each other. So it's likely that they're coming from very different belief systems, maybe different religious beliefs or different spiritual beliefs. One person is more in one energy on one side and the other is more in this different energy that's opposing. And so there can definitely be arguments around what they believe and how they feel that the world works. It could also be differences in upbringing, that we're coming from very different backgrounds or different like education. Where one of us is like done all this schooling and the other one has done nothing of the sort, or just something very different in the way we live our lives and what makes us feel alive and what makes us feel joy. So it's kind of like 50-50 with this aspect. On the one hand, you kind of both get each other going and you both get each other into this big, expansive Jupiterian energy. And it feels really, really good. And it's exciting and it's exhilarating and it's joyful and it's like buoyant and expansive. And you feel like you found this person you can really be yourself with. And then when you start to get arguing about the particulars of what you believe and, how life should be and what life's about, then you feel like you're really incompatible. So it's a bit of both with this aspect. Now, it doesn't always, like if we have Jupiter aspecting other planets in a positive way in either of like the synastry overlays here, it doesn't have to be a big deal. This isn't really a bad aspect or even a very difficult aspect, at least as far as I've seen and experienced it. The opposition is far more favorable, I think, than the square in synastry, because we actually are more alike than we realize. And, certain Jupiter signs will be able to realize it easier than others, right? Jupiter in fixed, that's one of the more stubborn signs. We're not going to maybe be as open to the wisdom of the other. But Jupiter in mutable, maybe we are. And maybe we see that we're not so different, right? We're not so different, you and I. Even though we do come from different ideas, different backgrounds, it can end up being a very expansive connection, where, we both learn a lot from each other because we do have what the other lacks. And what can actually end up happening is this aspect can increase us. It can increase our faith, increase our joy, increase our zest for living, even. Or it could be too much increase, too exciting, and we could lose through recklessness or through impulsiveness or just overdoing it in general, because we really get each other going with this aspect, and we can overpromise with this aspect as well. That's one of the negative sides of Jupiter, is especially with Jupiter in hard aspect, that we can overpromise and underdeliver. And this is one of those aspects where you could see that kind of behavior. But generally, we have good intentions, and we have good feelings towards each other. We really do see the wisdom in each other, even if, we look at them sometimes like, what are you thinking? Or where are you coming from? It's just so opposed to where we're coming from. But at the same time, it's like, oh, maybe you have a point here. Maybe there is something to the way that you're thinking and what you believe, and how you feel your faith in life. Maybe there's something to that. And we can end up being more well-rounded. We can end up being even stronger in our own Jupiter because of this contact. So it's exciting to see. It's definitely exciting to see. You want to look at the signs that this opposition is taking place in, and that is going to be a huge theme of this relationship, that polarity. Because like I said, Jupiter gets us going. Jupiter expands. In opposition, it's possibly one of the strongest aspects. It really expands our Jupiter. So those two signs that are in this opposition are going to come out like wildfire, right? Like they're just burning, and it's just spreading, and it's like this uncontainable Jupiterian energy permeates this relationship. So it can be a really nice thing. It can really feel good and be exciting, and really increase you and make you feel like you found someone who teaches you and expands you and makes you grow, even if sometimes their ideas are a little bit far-fetched or crazy. Maybe they have a point. So yeah, I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. If you've had it in Synastry, was it like this? Was it not like this? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, keep me posted, you guys, about requests that you would like. This was just requested, and I thought, oh, that's a really good one. I'm going to also do Saturn opposite Saturn. Funny thing about that, I tried to record this video probably 2 weeks ago, and the video didn't record for some reason. It's super weird. Once in a while the laptop will do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that opposition as well. But yeah, keep the requests coming, and love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.